Welcome to WQLN PBS Homeroom. My name is Miss Julie, and I love getting kids excited about learning. And the lesson today is on the farm. This is a dairy cow, and we're at a dairy farm. I would love to read you a story about what it's like on a farm. Come and join me in my classroom. I would love to read you this story. It's called A Day on the Farm. We're going to find out what a day is like on the farm. What do they do on the farm? What would it be like to live on a farm? This is written by Nancy Fielding Hulick, and the pictures are by John P. Miller. A Day on the Farm. Farmer Brown and his family live on a little farm in the country. Every morning when the sun comes up, Farmer Brown goes out to the barn. So that's the first thing he does. He milks the cows and he feeds hay to the horses. He scatters grain to the hungry chickens. Cluck, 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 says the old red hen. The pig likes to have his back scratched with a stick. Oink, oink, he grunts. He is very pleased. When he has finished his chores, Farmer Brown walks back to the farmhouse. Mrs. Brown cooks eggs and bacon and pancakes for breakfast. Yum, yum, say Sally and Sam. They are just as hungry as the animals on the farm. Jip and Mittens are hungry too. At 9 o'clock, the school bus comes by to pick up Sally and Sam. Honk, honk, the driver toots the horn. Hi, say all the children in the bus. Sally and Sam climb in and wave goodbye to Jip as the bus drives down the road. Farmer Brown goes back to the barn. He starts up the tractor. It's time to cut and rake the hay. He drives around the field in the warm sun. Jip chases a rabbit in the tall grass. In the farmhouse, Mrs. Brown is baking a chocolate cake. Aunt Alice and Uncle Tom are coming for supper. They are bringing their 2 children to play with Sally and Sam. Mittens wants to lick the bowl. Scat, cries Mrs. Brown. Mittens is not really afraid, but he runs out the door. It is noon and time for lunch. Farmer Brown meets the mailman coming up the path. He has a package for the Browns. Oh, what can it be? Lots of new baby chicks. Farmer Brown carries the box out to the hen house. When the chicks are bigger, they will run in the barnyard with the other farm animals. Look how cute they are. At 4 o'clock, Sally and Sam come home from school. They show Mrs. Brown their new books and pencils. Oh, it's fun to play in the yard. Sally climbs the apple tree and Sam carves a boat to sail on the pond. The children ride their pony around the field. Aunt Alice and Uncle Tom are here for supper. Sally and Sam are glad to see their cousins. Mrs. Brown's chocolate cake is a big success. Uncle Tom eats 3 pieces. Wow. The big folks sit and chat on the front porch while the children play hide and go seek. A harvest moon is rising over the fields. Aunt Alice and Uncle Tom and the children say good night, and they drive away. Time for bed. Tomorrow is another busy day. Good night, Sally. Good night, Sam. Good night, Jip and Mittens. That is one busy, busy day, isn't it? Wow. Well, now I am going to have fun. I hope you listened because I have some questions to ask you about the story. It's kind of a game. Let's see if you can guess the answers. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story, A Day on the Farm. And I hope you listened very carefully because I have some questions for you. Let's see if you know the answers. When you go to school, sometimes your teacher will give you worksheets. This is a worksheet, and it has questions about the story we just read. This one has multiple choice, so you get to read the possible answers, and you get to pick the answer by circling it. And look how cool this is. You can put your name at the top, and it's your very own worksheet. Well, this one's just a little bit harder. This is for the older kids. It's the same questions, but there's no choices. And you have to write down your answers from what you remember. We're going to do this one today, okay? It is A Day on the Farm, and these are called Comprehension Questions. Here we go. What is one of the jobs that Farmer Brown does in the barn first thing in the morning? Does he A, milk the cows, B, exercise the horses, or collects eggs? Very good. A, milks the cows. And so you would circle A. Number 2, the pig likes something that Farmer Brown does in the story. What is that? Is it A, he lets him out? B, he scratches his back with a stick? Or C, he kisses the pig? Very good, I heard that. B, he scratches his back with a stick. Yes, he did. Number 3, what is Mrs. Brown doing when Farmer Brown is doing morning chores in the barn? Is she doing A, knitting, B, taking a bath, or C, making breakfast? Yes, it's C, making breakfast. You are doing so well. Number 4, what are the names of the children in the story? A, Bob and Sandy, B, Sam and Sally, C, David and Jane. Yes, it's B, Sam and Sally. Number 5, what are the pets' names in the story? Do you remember those? Is it A, Jip and Mittens, B, Spot and Fluffy, or C, Jet and Muffy? Good job. A, it was Jip and Mittens. Number 6, what does Farmer Brown drive in the field to cut the hay? Is it A, a car, B, a tractor, or C, a wagon? Yes, farmers drive a tractor in the field, don't they? That's B, so circle B. And number 7, our last question. Name one activity the children do in the story on the farm. Do they swim in the book? Do they play soccer? Or do they ride a horse? Yes, there is a whole page on them riding a horse. The answer is C. So when you read a story with your mom or dad or your grandparent, they can ask you questions about it. Those are called comprehension questions. Great job today. I would love to sing a song for you now, and you can join along with me. I bet you may have even heard this before. It's called On the Way to Grandpa's Farm, and we're going to talk about farm animals. And we're going to also talk about what they look like, what color they are, and what sounds they make. And I have an eye gaze device in front of me. I'm going to be touching it because you can touch it too to make it talk. But I have a student that just got this new eye gaze device, and I love it because you'll see on the other side, watch.
Oink, oink, oink.
Can you see? It says oink, oink, oink on that side. And so when we're on the other side of the room, we can see what that student said. So we're going to use this during our song. Are you ready to sing along? And we're going to learn what adjectives are. They are words that describe things. So we're going to first come up with words that describe this first animal, and we're going to put it in the song. Here we go. Oh, we're on the way. We're on the way to Grandpa's farm. We're on the way to Grandpa's farm. So let's describe this. Okay, what is it first of all? Yes, it's a pig. And what color is the pig? It's pink, right? And is the pig fat or skinny? Yes, it's fat. So let's put those things in this song. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a fat pink pig. There we go. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a fat pink pig. The pig, it makes a sound like this.
Oink, oink, oink.
Oink, oink. Or it can go. The pig, it makes a sound like this.
Oink, oink, oink.
Let's hear ya. Okay, good pig noises. Oh, we're on the way to Grandpa's farm. We're on the way to Grandpa's farm. All right, let's go to the next one. Whoops, okay, let's move it along here. Come on. Next animal. Oh, what do you see? It is... Okay, describe it. Give me some adjectives. Oh, first of all, you know it's a sheep, right? Okay, sheep. And what color is it? It's white. And anything else you can use to describe that sheep? Oh, I heard fluffy. That was a great word. And we're going to see what it sounds like. Let's see what.
Ba-da-da-da.
Down on Grandpa's farm there is a white fluffy sheep. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a white fluffy sheep. The sheep, it makes a sound like this. Come on, I want to hear ya.
Ba-da-da-da.
The sheep, it makes a sound like this.
Ba-da-da-da.
Oh, we're on the way to Grandpa's farm. We're on the way to Grandpa's farm. Let's do our next animal. Here we go. Whoops. Here we go. There it is. What is this animal? Yes, it's a chicken. Right, it's a chicken, and let's describe it. Oh, I think I heard somebody said orange. I think we can probably say another color, couldn't we? Yellow. Oh, it's a beautiful chicken, isn't it? What does a chicken say?
Cluck, cluck, cluck.
You can say cluck, cluck, cluck. Or you can go. Let's sing. Come on, help me out. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a yellow and orange chicken. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a yellow and orange chicken. The chicken, it makes a sound like this.
Cluck, cluck, cluck.
The chicken, it makes a sound like this.
Cluck, cluck, cluck.
Oh, we're on the way to Grandpa's farm. We're on the way to Grandpa's farm. Good job. Okay, so we're gonna try to find another hidden animal here. And there's that sheep again. We're gonna go this way. What do you see? What do you see? Well, the smart board's giving me a little trouble here, but that's okay. That happens, doesn't it? There we go. Oh, yeah, you see a cow. And what colors do you see? Let's describe it. Use some adjectives. White and black cow. What does a cow say? Moo. Let's see if I can see it here.
Moo.
Moo. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a black and white cow. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a black and white cow. The cow, it makes a sound like this. Let me hear ya. Moo.
Moo.
The cow, it makes a sound like this. Moo. Oh, we're on the way. We're on the way. On the way to Grandpa's farm. We're on the way. We're on the way. On the way to Grandpa's farm. All right, here we go with another animal. Here we go. Let's move it along here. Going the wrong way. There it is. What animal is that? Yes, I heard you say it. It's a horse. Is it a big horse or a little horse? Because you can use big and little for descriptive words or adjectives. Yes, it's big. And what color is it? It's brown, and it says...
Nay.
Down on Grandpa's farm there is a big brown horse. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a big brown horse. The horse, it makes a sound like this. Neigh.
Nay.
The horse, it makes a sound like this. Neigh. Oh, we're on the way. We're on the way. On the way to Grandpa's farm. We're on the way. We're on the way. On the way to Grandpa's farm. All right, let's try another one. Here we go. Oh, what is that? It looks like a horse, doesn't it? But it's not. It's a donkey. And I think it's smaller, don't you? But we can also, let's describe this a little bit. Look at the ears. Big ears. Can we put that in the song? We can put anything in the song. Here we go. And what does a donkey say?
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a donkey with big ears. That works, doesn't it? Down on Grandpa's farm there is a donkey with big ears. The donkey, it makes a sound like this.
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
Let's hear you. I want to hear you. The donkey, it makes a sound like this.
Hee-haw, hee-haw.
Oh, we're on the way. We're on the way. On the way to Grandpa's farm. We're on the way. We're on the way. On the way to Grandpa's farm. All right, let's see. I think we have one more. What is it? Oh, what is that? Yes, it's a turkey. Great job. What does it look like? Can you describe it? It's black, right. Oh, and it has a red neck. We can put that in the song, okay? And what does a turkey say? Good job.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a turkey that's black with a red neck. Down on Grandpa's farm there is a turkey that's black with a red neck. The turkey, it makes a sound like this. Gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. The turkey, it makes a sound like this.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Oh, we're on the way. We're on the way. On the way to Grandpa's farm. We're on the way. We're on the way. On the way to Grandpa's farm. Oh, we're on the way. We're on the way. On the way to Grandpa's farm. We're on the way. We're on the way. On the way to Grandpa's farm. I hope you had fun singing that song. I'm going to be showing you a communication device. This one of my students uses during the day. And today we actually talked about animals. And I want to show you where you find the animals, okay? So you go to all word lists. And there's actually a category that's called animals. I'll press that. So there's all kinds of animals on there. Some animals live in the zoo and some on the farm. So what we're going to talk about is which ones live on the farm and which ones live on the zoo. Would you like to play this with me? I'm just going to pick one and we can choose where they live. Here we go.
Bear.
Oh, I press a bear. Does the bear live on the farm or does the bear live in the zoo? Ah, yes, it lives in the zoo. Let me pick another one. Okay.
Chicken.
Where's the chicken live? In the zoo or the farm?
Dog.
That is right. It lives in the farm. And I accidentally pressed dog. Did you hear that?
Dog.
Where does the dog live? Does the dog live in a zoo or on a farm? Yeah, I've never seen any dogs in a zoo. So yes, they live on a farm. All right, let me pick another one.
Elephant.
An elephant. Where does an elephant live? Does the elephant live on the farm or the zoo? Ah, I heard you. The elephant lives in the zoo. Good for you. Let me pick another one.
Cat.
There are some cats that are animals in the cat family that live in the zoo. Okay, like a tiger or a lion. They're in the cat family, but this cat, it just looks like one of your regular pet cat. Okay, there's a lot of cats on the farm. Yeah, let's change it. We're on the farm with a cat. All right, now on these devices, you can scroll and see I got more animals. Isn't that great? So there's a lot of choices.
Gorilla.
Oh, a gorilla. Would you find a gorilla on the farm or in a zoo? Right, we're in the zoo for that, aren't we? The gorilla lives in the zoo. By the way, do you see how zoo is spelled? Z-O-O. That's a fun word to spell. Let me choose another one.
Lamb.
A lamb. I have seen them in the zoo, petting zoo, but yes, they're mostly in the farm, aren't they? That's a good home for the lamb. There's the farm. You see how that's spelled? F-A-R-M, farm. Let's do a couple more.
Monkey.
A monkey. Yes, very good. The zoo. I'm gonna choose
Horse.
a horse. Again, you do see horses sometimes in a zoo, but most of the time they are where? On the farm. Good for you. Let's go to the farm. There are so many farm animals. I'm going to start choosing some here so you can hear them, okay? There's a lot more on here.
Pig.
The pig lives in the farm.
Sheep.
Sheep lives on the farm.
Turkey.
A turkey. What else is on this one? I'm going to scroll back. I think
Duck.
a duck. Sometimes you'll see a duck floating in the pond near the farm. I think we did chicken. I think we're good. I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun trying to guess, are they on the farm or in the zoo? Did you know that pigs love to roll in the mud? Well, not only is it fun, but there's a reason why they do that. They do that to protect their skin from the sun. Okay, so I have an activity that's called Muddy Pig, and you're going to need a bowl for the paint. We need cardstock, and it needs to be a little bit heavier than paper, and you'll see why. A paintbrush or a sponge brush. You need white paint and red paint. You need dirt, and you need water. And you need 4 clothespins. You could also use 2. so let's get started. We want to make a pig shape, and so I did it ahead of time. It doesn't matter how it looks. You can have an adult help you, but this is how my pig turned out. Does it look pretty good? Oh, thanks. And I want to make the pig the color pink. So we take white paint. When you want to make pink, you always start with white paint and you add a little bit of red. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. Well, the bowl is red, but you can kind of tell that it is a light pink. Very good. Just a little bit more. Okay, so what we want to do is simply paint our pig. And there we go. We can paint it any way we want to. Here we go. There. I'm going to paint my pig all over. And then I have some dirt, and I'm going to roll them in the mud. But first I have to make mud. How do you do that? Well, you have to add water to the dirt. That's why you need the water. And this is the fun part. I'm going to stir it up. And then I'm going to pretend that this is where the pig's trough is and where he stays. Not his trough, it's the place where he stays. Okay, and here we go. We're gonna roll them in the mud. Whoa! He's getting all muddy. You can also use your fingers and do that. Kind of like finger painting, right? Would you like to put a little eye on him so he looks like a pig? Okay. I'm gonna put a little eye on him. And the last part is we're gonna put the clothespins on for legs. Isn't this fun? And here we go. He's wet and it's hard for him to stand up, but once he dries, he's gonna stand up perfectly. There's my muddy pig, and you can find this and all the other activities on our Learning at Home page on WQLN.org. Thank you so much for joining me on my lesson about the farm. It's been a lot of fun. Please keep reading, keep learning, and keep watching WQLN PBS, where learning is brought to life. My name is Miss Julie. I'll see you next time.